this fast seat. I was so scared my own heart would try to abandon me, gave it all away. You got me living how I wanted all along. Now all my fears have run away. You got me living how I wanted all along. I feel so alive, alive, inside, inside. I'm breaking through the haze to a brand new day, 'cause my heart has been revived. I feel so alive, alive, inside, inside. I'm breaking through and revived. I feel so alive. I feel so alive, alive, inside, inside. I'm breaking through the haze to a brand new day, 'cause my heart has been revived. I feel so alive, alive, inside, inside. I'm breaking through the haze to a brand new day, 'cause my heart has been revived. I feel so alive. I feel so alive.
You are more beautiful than anyone ever. Every day you're the same. You never change, no, never. You are more beautiful than anyone ever. Every day you're the same. You never cheat, no, never. How could I
Quick video, so pay attention to the screen.
Why waste my breath singing words of praise that are filled with myself? Yeah. What love do I have that you didn't give? 'Cause all that I am is a product of grace. And what should I trust? Your love for me or my love for you? Who's greater? I'm caught dreaming of someone greater than me, yeah. Who cut the sea, yeah. A burning tree speaking to me. I'm caught dreaming of someone greater than me, yeah. Bringing liberty, yeah. The bloody tree is saving me. I'm caught dreaming, yeah. Mouth full of praise. I love you so much. What an empty phrase. Really, I'm more amazed how, in spite of how I fail to do what you command to and serve other gods like Baal, you never bail. That's a logical devotion. Could it really be you chose to die for the sinner? Well, nothing was good in me. You never left me, even when them darkest days began. Or forget me. Only thing you forgetting is my sin. I wanna make it to the end. Let me remain faithful. All because you're faithful to me. Yeah, I'm grateful. My mistakes can never stop the choice you made to adopt me. Them holes in your hands are the proof that you never drop me. I know. Someone greater than me, yeah. Who cut the sea, yeah. A burning tree speaking to me. I'm caught dreaming of someone greater than me, yeah. I'm bringing liberty, yeah. The bloody tree is saving me. I'm caught dreaming. Could sing how I love you, but your love for me is much greater, greater. And I could sing how I love you, but your love for me is much greater, greater. I'm caught dreaming of someone greater than me, yeah. You cut the sea, yeah. A burning tree speaking to me. I'm caught dreaming. I'm caught dreaming, dreaming. You and me, we found adventure. I never dreamed that you would change my world forever. But here we are, I'm ready to conquer. Ready to fight injustice like I'm fighting monsters. Life is black
and blue, happy then it's sad. Just call it an adventure, then it ain't so bad. Together we touch the sky, wherever we go we fly. Forever we know adventures in the air tonight. Together we touch the sky, wherever we go we fly. Forever we know adventures in the air tonight. Our dreams will come alive. Our dreams will come alive. You and me, we found adventure in a land of buried mines and buried treasure. And this could be my last adventure, but I will take it, whether it be pain or pleasure. Life is black and blue, happy then it's sad. But if you call it an adventure, then it ain't so bad. Together we touch the sky, wherever we go we fly. Forever we know adventures in the air tonight. Together we touch the sky, wherever we go we fly. Forever we know adventures in the air tonight. Our dreams will come alive. Our dreams will come alive. This is heaven, this is living. Together we touch the sky. Whoa. This is heaven, this is believing. Our dreams will come alive. Together we touch the sky. Wherever we go we fly. Forever we know adventures in the air tonight. Together we touch the sky. Wherever we go we fly. Forever we know adventures in the air tonight. Our dreams will come alive. Our dreams will come alive. Alive. Our dreams will come alive.
Not now, is that better? Is it good? You want me to use the microphone as well? Okay.
All my heart, the fiercest will, desire not but to thieve and kill. I had enough thoughts of peace but war. Surrender was not what I'd endured. Whoa, I was a murderer. Faced with my list of crimes, deliver me, wake me up from this damning sleep, surrendering. had to fulfill this purchase for redemption's hell. A nailing disease I couldn't cure. Oh, this grace how rich and pure. I'm closer to you, but I feel like I'm so far away. 'Cause I let my fear get in front of my faith. I'm back and forth like a wave in the wind. But I hear your voice and it's pulling me in. It's pulling me in. I wanna walk on water, take the leap, and step I know.
worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold on and I'll find you.
I'm hanging on by a thread, and all I'm clinging to is prayers. And every breath is like a battle. I feel like I ain't come prepared. And death's knocking on the front door. Pain's creeping through the back. Fears crawling through the windows, waiting for them to attack. They say don't get bitter, get better. I'm working on switching them letters. But tell God I'ma need a whole lot of hope, keeping it together. I'm smiling in everyone's face. I'm crying whenever they leave the room. They don't know the battle I face. They don't understand what I'm going through. The world trying to play with my soul. I'm just trying to find where to go. I'm trying to remember the way. I'm trying to get back to my home. But I can't do this on my own. That's why I'm just trusting in you. Cause I don't know where else to go. And I don't know what else to do.
Just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. Just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold on and I'll find you.
They say fear haunts and pain hates. I say pain strengthens and fear drives faith. And I don't know all of the outcomes, don't know what happens tomorrow. But when that ocean of doubt comes, don't let me drown in my sorrow. And don't let me stay at the bottom. I feel like this hole is too deep to climb. I've been looking for a way out, but I'll settle for a peace of mind. Picking up the pieces of my life and hoping that I put together something right. Tell me all I got is all I need. Tell me you gon' help me stay and fight. The world tryna play with my soul. I'm just tryna find where to go. I'm tryna remember the way. I'm tryna get back to my home. But I can't do this on my own. That's why I'm just trusting in you. Cause I don't know where else to go. And I don't know what else to do.
No, don't let the fear make you feel like you can't fight this on your own. You know I'll be there for you no matter where you go. You'll never be alone. No, just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. Just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold
cray like me. I'm so cray, it's on my ID. Everybody serious, looking for deep material. Chillin', turn up the stereo and dance like me. And please don't wreck the party. Can't have fun cause the week was hard. And go nuts, turn up, insane. You ain't seen nothing, we about to go crazy. If it gets wild, I'ma jump in the crowd and show the whole front row that I know how to fly. You think we on 10? Boy, you ain't seen nothing. 3, 2, 1, cray button.
Maybe midnight or midday, never early, never late. He gon' stand by what he claimed, lived enough life to say.
I heard your heart, I see your pain. Out in the dark, out in the rain. Feel so alone, feel so afraid. I heard you pray, in Jesus' name. It may be midnight or midday. It's never early, never late. He gon' stand by what he claimed. I lived enough life to say help is on the way. Round in the corner, help is on the way. Coming for you, help is on the way. Yeah, yeah. I lived enough life to say help is on the way. Sometimes it's days, sometimes it's years. Some face a lifetime of falling tears. But he's in the darkness, he's in the cold. Just like the morning, he always shows. It may be midnight or midday. It's never early, never late. He gon' stand by what he claimed. I lived enough life to say help is on the way. Round in the corner, help is on the way. Coming for you, help is on the way. Yeah, yeah. I lived enough life to say help is on the way. Well, I seen my share of troubles, but the Lord ain't failed me yet. So I'm holding on to the promise, y'all, that he's rolling up his sleeves again. Said I seen my share of troubles, but the Lord ain't failed me yet. We'll keep holding on to the promise, y'all, that he's rolling up his sleeves again. Don't you know it? I can see him rolling. Help is coming. Yeah, it may be midnight or midday. It's never early, no, never late. He gon' stand by what he claimed. I lived enough life to say it may be midnight or midday. It's never early, no, he's never late. He gon' stand by what he claimed. I lived enough life to say help is on the way. Help is on the way. Round in the corner, help is on the way.
Here I am sitting again on the floor of the space in my basement. Under my breath, I'm reciting the prayer. I keep on praying. Deja vu, me and you. Yeah. On my knees, yeah, it's true. God, can't you see in the middle of me, in between I am breaking? How can I get you to change your mind? That's all I'm saying. Deja vu, begging you. Yeah. I forget sometimes. You say yes, you say no. For my best, God, you'd know better than me. Better than me. You say yes, you say no. For my best, God, you'd know better than me. Better than me. you do what's best for me. With every answer given, deja vu, it's what you do. Yeah. You're showing me in time. You say yes, you say no. For my best, God, you know better than me. Better than me. You say yes, you say no. For my best, God, you know better than me. Better than me. Giving me what I really need to make me more like you. Less like me. Less like me. Yeah. Giving me what I really need to make me more like you. Less like me. Less like me. I forget sometimes. Oh, you say yes, you say no. For my best, God, you know better than me. Better than me. Oh, you say yes, you say no. For my best, God, you know better than me. Better than me. Better than me. Ooh.
I keep swinging for the fences. It's like this heart is defenseless against a passion that's pumping through my veins. Blood, sweat, tears, it's a calling. And if I can't walk, then I'm crawling. It might flicker, but they can't kill the flame. I can't stop, I can't quit. It's in my heart, it's on my lips. I can't stop, I can't quit. Oh yeah, I'm on it. Till the wheels fall off, till the spotlight fades. I will lift your banner high. I will lift your banner high. Until the walls crash in for the rest of my days. I lay it all on the line. Till the day it's your name I glorify. It's running deeper than the ocean. This ain't religion, it's devotion. 3, 6, 5, every minute, every day. So in the middle of the madness, they can stretch me out like canvas, but I ain't ever gonna fit in their frame. I can't stop, I can't quit. It's in my heart, it's on my lips. I can't stop, I can't quit. It's in my heart, yeah.
Thank you for the great Lord that you are. The great Lord that always remain there. That you are the great Lord. Great Lord. For the great Lord that you are. For the great
Till I die and then put me in the coffin. It don't matter if I'm on the road or if I'm recording. Tell me what you think about me, that really ain't important. You know I'm representing, I ain't playing, can't afford that. I only got one life, I'ma get it done. This is not an act, not a movie, not a TV show. I don't know what quit me, I don't never take it slow. You know I'm on the grind, me and Toby in the studio. Do it for the king, what you know about that? Say you going harder, I doubt that. You say you doing work, but you asking where the couch at. How you doing work when you asking where the couch at? God is not a crutch, you can use them when you wanna. You only look to heaven when you going through some drama. And when they going through some problems, that's the only time you call them. I guess I don't understand that life. Wonder why, cause I'm all in to the day I die. Till the wheels fall off, till the spotlight
for the great Lord. The great Lord that you are. The great Lord that just never leaves us despite what we might face, God, that you always remain there.
Right? A year spoke to you.
Thank you for the great
Fresh flannel shirt, country bumpkin. The jacket moves, aka pop banging. I make it right, I make it right, I make it right. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it down low. Chop it, chop, chop it, chop. Here we go. Teeth so sharp that they call them the jaws. I'm your yank it, crank it, swank it, then you put it inside whatever you ride. Turn it all the way up and then you bang it. Top the block, no whistle. Wilderness, but I'm chivalrous. From Texas, but no massacre. Unless it's a beat, we killing it. Chopping down trees, can't you see? Watch some things fall. Bows to my knees, that mean I crank it like a chainsaw. Do it to these trees, I'll see these flames out. Burn them up to burn them down, now let me see you.
Waking up knowing there's a reason. All my dreams come alive. Life is for living. With you, I made my decision. You lift me up, fill my eyes with wonder. Forever young in your love, this freedom's untainted. With you, no moment is wasted. See the sun now bursting through the clouds, black and white, turn to color all around. All is new in the Savior I have found. This is living now. This is living now. You lead the way, got your eye beside me. In your love, I'm complete. There's nothing like living with you. This life we created, I choose. See the sun now bursting through the clouds, black and white, turn to color all around. All is new in the Savior I have found. This is living now. This is living now.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, could I have your attention, please? Hey! That's me talking! I said, can I have your attention? There we go. Now I got everybody's attention. So, we're going to play a game. So what I need you guys to do is head to a table. Make sure it's a 6-footer so you can stay 6 feet apart. And then, can somebody please put a table in front of Gabe? It's got no papers and it's got no pens, no markers, no pencils, no scripting tools. Hey, Josh, remember how we were talking just a minute ago? We were going to address it? There she is. Anyway, so tonight we're going to play a game. It's going to be where we are going to write down factual information about ourselves. And what we're looking for is 3 facts about you. You're going to give them to the person who's carrying the basket, which is going to be Rachel. That way she can go around and introduce herself to everybody. Because this is week 2 for Rachel. But write down 3 facts about you, because what we're going to try to do is guess from the facts who you are. Whoever can guess who somebody else is, no, the friends may not share their facts with each other so that you guys can cheat and get candy. I'm watching. I've seen her look at it. She's not even writing. She's looking right at your paper. I'm seeing that. No. No, I literally put on mine for my fact. My name is not Josh, Quentin, Rachel, Allie. It was one fact, yeah. I thought about doing that, at the end. I'm Brad. Who's that? I don't know. You can make them as obscure as you like, as specific as you like, but I guarantee if you look on the web, you will not find facts about yourself. Not in Instagram, not in Snapchat, not in Facebook. Why aren't you writing? Do you know anything about yourself? I have not got that. That is not a fact about myself. Right. One of my facts is that I comb my armpit hair. I do it, just not often. My wife gets very mad. She's like, "What is this in my comb?" Oh, yes. All the leaders have put one in here, too. So you may be guessing for your ends. You may be guessing a leader. I like football. I play baseball. I like to lift weights. Is it Allie? I saw somebody writing their facts down super quick, and it was like, I like football, I play baseball, and I lift weights. Had to figure it was Allie because I knew it wasn't Gabe. My dad's on the tech team. He likes video games. And people really make me mad when they call me emoji, and who am I? Am I wrong? Well, they're facts about you. That's who. Well, it was, my dad plays video games. I watch him, but not really that close. Facts. Things that actually are true. The definition of a fact is not a lie. Is a lie true? No, usually not. The Origami Airplane by Josh. You should see him. I'll be like driving down the road and I'll be like waving, and he's too busy throwing airplanes out his window to notice what's going on around him. No, I haven't seen you in forever, to be honest. Is it white? I do. Oh, yeah. What's that? You know what it says? It says his name on it. Vanguard. That's his name. That's what I call him from now on. Senior Vanguard. All right. 30 seconds, and you either have to have your picture as immaculate as possible or your facts are in. Do we have facts? Are we waiting? My dad's a pastor. I have glasses. And Brad needs to shut up so I can finish these facts. No pressure. We're not waiting on just you. We're waiting on just you, though. Ivy is not really my sister's name. It's Rebecca. She's scowling at me. I see it just to the eyes. Scribble faster. I read Egyptian. We're going to go with this one. Haha. Okay. You're killing me, child. Killing me. Oh, trust me. This one ain't going to be that hard. I have blonde hair. Anybody? Pretty close. You know who you are. You knew who you are before you just said the first line. I'm wearing gray sweat parts. Parts? It is pants. But that's not funny. It's not funny. Anybody got to guess who this is? You can't guess. Because. Okay, fine. Fine. You want? Hang on. One more. Are you sure you want to guess? Who do you think? It is. We need to get you glasses. I am wearing a blue sweatshirt. Rachel. Dude! Oh, those aren't gray. I thought it was him for sure. And who is this? Who is this person? Blonde hair, gray sweatpants. She is never going to live this down. I'm going to call her Gray Sweatpant Girl from this day forward. Oh, let's pick this one. No, that one's mine. Let's not pick that one. Let's pick this one. Okay, here we go. I have a cat. Emma Jen? Okay. I had a tortoise. Had. Past tense. It must be dead or ran away. Which meant that they really ignored it for a long time. Who got the last one right? I really don't know. The room. I played, past tense, volleyball. So we have a cat. We had a tortoise. It ran away for a week. And they played volleyball. Who's totally Emma Jen? Is it Emma Jen? It's Emma Jen. Seriously, you ignored a turtle long enough for it to run away? That's a long run. Dude, Dad, it's in the living room. I bet it makes the hallway by the end of the month. Yeah. Don't worry, don't worry. I'll fold it for you. There we go. Folded, 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 folded. Who thinks I should read one of these white ones next? Let's read this one. Wow. I'm going to hold off on this one because I think I know who it is. And yeah. Here we go. I have a PS5. Anybody go to their house and play? I have a dog. I don't think he put one in yet. It's still sitting on his lap. But I like that. Let's go with it. It's you! I bet you had a pet frog, too. No? Dang it. Well, this person did. This person had a pet frog. They have a PS5. They have a dog. And they have a description. No, I'm just making that up. Jonathan, you got a guess? It's who? Dude, your dog keeps me up at night. Anybody else got a guess? Let's go with Ivy. Who you guessing, Ivy? What? Landon? Is it Landon? You don't know. I'm reading 3 facts and you don't remember. I don't know if that's me. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Dude, I think I drank one of these once. You go to Starbucks. You ever gone to Starbucks? Who's been to Starbucks? Right? You go to Starbucks, you pull up, and you need I need a venti double latte, non-fat, chilled skim milk with whipped cream on the top. Hold the pistachios, right? That's what you order, right? So this person owns a chai weenie. I don't know. Next time I'm at Starbucks, I'm like, dude, I need a venti chai weenie. They own a chai weenie. Really? I eat weird food. Wait a minute, wait. Hang on. Am I not loud enough? Because I can get louder. It's not we. It's really. It's the Lefevers. So I own a chai weenie. I really want it. Is that like getting a chai tea and going over to Costco and getting a hot dog? I eat weird food for fun. I enjoy the ripcord. Don't ask me, I'll just read them. I'll give you a clue. Most of these that were folded in half weren't by students. Am I running out of time? Are you coming up here to cut me off? I bet Quentin owns something. It ain't Quentin. Silas, do you have a guess? That's what it says at the bottom. It is Lauren. What's that? It's not a cho weenie. No. No. Chai. C-H-I. There ain't no O.
Chihuahua? How do you spell the beginning of Chihuahua?
I'm reading what I'm given. You just argued that with this lady over here. Oh my gosh, I got to guess. But hang on, here we go. I like volleyball. I have a volleyball. My volleyball is round. No, I talk a lot. Okay, she's been guessing her friend for like half an hour here now. Is it you? No. I have a volleyball. Don't argue with the card. It's there. I wrote it and I don't remember it. Okay. All right, here we go. Ready? Here we go. Here's a folded one. I eat food. I go to school. I play sports. Eats food, goes to school, and plays sports. All right. Raise your left hand if you have a guess. Because I want to see if anybody can figure that one out. Be like, you saw how. Okay. All right. First hand I saw was Ivy. Ivy, go. Is it Jacob? No. Dude, maybe he's like really confused and he puts in multiple ones. And then volleyball girl. It's not red hat. All right. Nick. What? Gabe? Of course it's Gabe. Are you kidding me? Did you hear those facts? All right. All right, here's one. I volunteered. Yo, Lefevers. You're all I hear. Don't go blaming your brother anymore. I volunteered longer than a sixth grader is old. Yeah, so most people are going, how old is a sixth grader? I drove more miles last year than you will before you go to college. I'm a YouTuber. All right, man. I'm a YouTuber. I didn't think the mileage one was going to give it away. I'm kind of surprised. Oh, this one's. Man, I got to go through this one because I want to know who this person is. I could draw a face with hair when I was 18 months. All right. So volleyball girl thinks it's Ivy. Now this handwriting is more like a guy's. I could draw a face with hair when I was 18 months old. Man, if we eliminated this table, this room would be silent. Dead silent. Like corpse roll through here louder than the rest of the room. Well, do you guys want another clue or you really want to take your guess? All right, Landon, what do you got? Is it Ivy? This is you? My personal favorite here is she's so very specific because all she wants to be is a baker, horseback rider, designer. Don't follow this girl on the road because she'd be like, dude, I want to go to Pick and Save, home, let's go to Chicago. One more. I like Clive. No, what? Some of these I just want to know who the heck they are. Here we go. No. Really, Gabe? Really? I have hair. Okay, let me hear, Smalls. All right. Nobody's better than me. Okay, this one's got nice Okay, this is really nice handwriting. Okay. I have every stuffed animal from birth. Now. Didn't happen before. I have 4 piercings. I lied about my height on my driver's license. We are really putting a fact about lying on here? Manzi? Is that you? Manzi. Allie Manzi, last name. Not Nancy. You know what? I'm going to call her Nancy now. She's permanently Nancy. All right. Well, guys, thanks for playing. I hope that was kind of fun. I hope some people like to climb art and the night. That's also great. So tonight, I'm going to hand it over. Quentin's going to take over, and we're going to start into our teaching. I'm going to trip on the cord and die.
Thank you, Brad. So just a few announcements before we get started, if I can pull them back up. So first thing I want to announce is, so last week we talked about community nights. We're still doing that, but we are pushing it back because a lot of people couldn't come on the 31st. So because a lot of people can't be here that night, and we want people to be able to be a part of that, we are pushing that back 1 week to the first Wednesday in April. And then for the 31st, whoever's in town, both virtual and in-person students, we're going to be doing a Culver's meetup outside on their patio. Come hang out, get some Culver's, get some frozen custard because it's better than ice cream, and it'll be a good time. It's true, Brad. And then community night, continue to discuss with your small group leaders tonight what you want to do. We're going to be doing that on April 7th. So discuss with your small group leaders. We have lots of ideas of things we can do, so make sure you leave in time to actually discuss through that. And then next month, April 24th, we are going to be doing Spring Serve. We're going to be helping clean up Conservancy Park. So it's a Saturday morning. So we'd love to see you there. Once again, since it's an outdoor event, we'd like to open this up for both virtual and in-person students. So if you're able to come, please let us know. And more details are going to be coming on that. And then we're going to be switching into our teaching part of the night. We're going to be rejoining this week and next week Sprecher, our Sprecher Road campus, as they continue their series CrossFit. Tonight we're going to be learning about the important topic of accountability. But before we transition into that, I'm going to say a quick prayer for us. Heavenly Father, I thank you for this night. I pray you prepare our hearts for your message and what you want us to hear. I pray that it can impact us and that we have good discussions as we transition into small groups. I pray this all in your name. Amen.
So good to see you guys. Hello to DeForest, right? Woo woo! All right, so we are in our CrossFit series, number 4. So this brings us to tonight, and it is accountability. All right, so the big idea, being fit in our faith requires us to have accountability by having others in our lives who are committed to helping us grow and work out our faith, okay? So accountability is a really, really big word. So if we break kind of the word accountability or accountable, it means the ability or able to have an account, okay? So an account would be like a record, right? So that's our big idea, okay? So some of you are like, okay, so what exactly is accountability? Like, it's a big word, I heard you say it, but what does that look like in action? So, what is accountability? Accountability is understanding and doing what has been asked of you or you have agreed to do to the best of your ability, okay? So, what you have been asked to do or you agreed to do, all right? So that would be like children listening to their parents, okay? Students completing a homework assignment, all right? Adults going to a job to earn money. Okay, we are all accountable for something, okay, for something, even if it wasn't like our choice, okay? If it's an expectation, we need to do it, okay? So that's accountability in a nutshell. Okay, so some of you might be thinking like, okay, well, that just means like, okay, once I'm done with school and once I'm done living at home and I don't know, like, once I don't have homework, then accountability, peace out. Well, here's the thing, it never stops, okay? Accountability never stops. You've agreed to be a friend, right? You've agreed to be a friend. Maybe it's the person sitting next to you, but you've agreed to be a friend. That means that you have an understanding and you are doing it to the best of your ability. So are you being a friend to the best of your ability? If you decided to take a class or play a sport, you decided that, right? Well, if the coach is like, hey, you got to do this part, you're not going to go and say, I didn't sign up for that part. That's not what I'm doing. Well, guess what? That is what you're doing because you understood and you're doing it to the best of your ability. If you have a job, you can't say to your boss, yeah, I don't really like cleaning the toilet. And you know what? I really don't want to wait on that customer. And you know what? I'm just too tired and it's time to go home, so I'm not going to do anything more. Nope, that's not going to work. Accountability is doing it to the best of your ability. So, as you can see, accountability totally matters. So the problem is that we hear accountability, we hear this word a lot. And we hear about truth and accountability and transparency, and we hear all these words, right? But when the truth is revealed or the veil is lifted, we realize that there's a whole bunch of stuff that was not accountable, right? We can't have an accounting for it. And so then it leaves us heartbroken. It leaves us like scrambling, like, well, then why? Why should I do this? Why is this important if, it seems like they got to buy with it? And the thing that I always tell my own kids is that the truth will always be revealed. It might not be revealed right now or right in the moment or even, a year from now. But I can tell you right now, the truth will always be revealed, and it will always, always, always break your heart more. It will always break your heart that you'll be like, this is what I thought was true, or this is what I thought you stood for, or this is what I thought to be what it was, and so then it starts to make you question everything else. So accountability is huge, okay? So the bottom line of all of this is this is not a do as I say, not as I do. Okay, we've heard that. It's like words are cheap, right? We can have all of the lofty words in the world. We can say all of the wonderful things in the world, but it's actually, what are we doing? This is actually do as I say, I do. Okay? So what this means is that your words and your actions are working together. They're in unison. Okay? So what you're saying is actually what you're doing. All right? Doesn't mean you're not going to mess up. It doesn't mean, I'm going to take a pass right now. No, it doesn't mean that. What it means is that when things are off, when they're not working together, it means it bothers you. It bothers you. It has that thing of, you know what? I said I was going to do it, and I didn't do it. It really bothers me. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I'm a huge person. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Even if it, like, stresses me out or whatever. If I commit to it, I'm doing it, okay? That's because I've gotten to this place where I want people to do that with me too, right? I want to be at this place where I'm doing as I say. My actions, my words, they match. Okay, so is your yes worth your no? And you guys have heard me say this before. What you're saying yes to, are you okay with what you're saying no to? Is your comfort more important than your obedience? Okay? Obedience. Oh, that's a big word. Sometimes it's almost like a bad word. Because when people say obedience or obey, people are like, you can't tell me that. I don't have to obey that. It sounds like an old school word, okay? But here's the thing about obedience. Obedience means that you have an awareness of something that's expected of you, that you will be accountable for. So nobody told you you have to obey your parents. Nobody told you that. You know that, okay? You know that because you know that your parents are the authority, okay? You know that. So obedience, maybe it's the word you don't want to use, but you do have this understanding that you're accountable to something or someone, whether it's been spelled out for you or not. So my question for you to just think about is, what would someone say about you, okay? Would they say you're more of a do as you say, not as you do, not as I do kind of a person? Would they say that? Would they say, yeah, he or she cares about me, or every time with them, there's an agenda, all right? Would they say that about you? Or would they say, when they say they care about me, it's genuine. It's genuine because everything that they do is genuine with me. Are you true to your word? That's really important, and it may not seem important now, but I can tell you it is important. You want your word to be trusted. You want your word to be like, you know what? They said it, it's true, okay? It totally matters, all right? So, here's the thing, is that we will be giving an accounting of our time. And I know I said, say what? We will be. So it might seem like, oh, well, you know, I got by with it. So, you know, who cares? Romans 14:12 says this, every one of us will give an answer to God about himself or herself. So that means, like, when your time is done on earth, it means that as you're sitting before God, which all of us will, every single person, whether they believe in God or not, every single person will stand before God. And there will be, best way I can describe it is like an accounting of your time, okay? There will be like a reel of your time. And it won't just be like the highlight reel where all the pretty stuff is shown. It's going to be everything. It's going to be every thought. It's going to be every action, okay? It's going to be words spoken. It's going to be how we chose to live our lives, how we served others, and how we treated others. So, God knows. You guys have heard this said so many times. God knows. We don't even have to say it. God knows, all right? So there might be things that we think like, oh, I got this, you know, I got this. But then we get before God and realizing we didn't have it. We didn't have it. So it can feel scary. It can feel like, oh my goodness, like this doom. But it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. Because if we are staying true to the best of our ability, then guess what? If you're being transparent, if you're saying, I need help, that's accountability, okay? That's you wanting to be the best to your ability, okay? So here's the thing. This isn't meant to scare us or make us anxious or anything like that. But it's when we accept the sacrifice made. So when we accept the sacrifice made that Jesus made for us on the cross, we accept that we're going to live changed. Okay? We accept that. We accept that, you know what? Every day my life should look less like me and more like God. And we chose that. So everything that we take on is not for us. It's for God. Okay? It's for his glory, not ours. Okay? My earrings keep hitting the thing. It's a little weird. Okay. So, but why should we care about that? Why should we care? See, the thing is that we tend to live like we're islands, like we're untouchable and alone. And kind of that idea like what happens on the island stays on the island kind of idea. But I'm telling you right now, that is so false. That is so false. We're not made to do life alone. We're not. We're not made to think that every single thing that we do is only for us, okay? So here's the thing about accountability. This is my charge to you. Who is that person in your life? And it can be one person, but you should have several that you trust. That they will not pull any punches when they speak the truth to you in love, okay? My sister, I've got two sisters, and my one sister, her name's Andrea, and she is phenomenal at this. And she doesn't even try. But she asks questions. She's reflective. She'll say, so this is what I hear. Did I hear that right? She is so good at this. And there's been times that I'm like, oh yeah, I got this. And then she asks questions and I realize how much I don't have it. So you should have somebody that you trust in your life that they're not going to tell you what you want to hear. They're not going to sit and say, oh yeah, I totally agree with you. That's not accountability. Accountability is when they're looking at you saying, I'm sorry, but the way you're acting at school is not appropriate. It's that person looking at you saying, you know what? When you are hanging with that person, this is what I noticed that you're doing. All right? That's accountability. That's the kind of person that you absolutely need in your life. But you know, the problem is so oftentimes we're afraid. We're afraid. And we're afraid for many different reasons. Some of us are afraid because we feel like, well, who am I? I got my own issues. Like, how am I going to sit and tell them to do something? Or we kind of live in this culture that it's like, stay in your lane, don't go over, but stay in your lane. You know, and what, you think you're better? So it's like that creates fear in us to say anything. But then, when we start to create boundaries, then we start to hear, boundaries are for closed-minded people. They're for people that they don't want to get too close to other people. And boundaries are for losers. Here's what I'm going to tell you right now. That is false. So false. Because actually, when you create boundaries, you are actually showing good health. You are showing really good spiritual health. You are showing really good physical health. You are showing really good mental health. You are showing that you care about the very things that are coming from your body. You care about the words uttered. You care about the things that you're watching. You care about all of those things. And if you are made for other people too, then guess what? You're leading by example. And if somebody's like, oh, you just never want to hang out. Yeah, you're right. I want to hang out with you. But every time you want to go hang out, you want to go hang out with so-and-so, and that's not comfortable for me. And actually, you shouldn't be doing it either. Guess what? That's accountability. That is you being what Christ asked you to be, okay? So we need each other to help us make these decisions, right? Because guess what? We can't do it really for ourselves because we can't see it. We can't see it in ourselves. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really good at talking myself into pretty much anything. I'm pretty good at saying, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I need that. Oh yeah, well it's just one thing. It's just one. Or, you know what, I don't know. But you know what? It's all it takes because we listen to ourselves way too much and we give ourselves way too much credit. Way too much credit. And it's not to say like you shouldn't love yourself and you shouldn't do all of that. It's not saying that. It's saying making sure that the decisions that you're making, they are being funneled through something that is trustworthy. Because, you know, actually the whole thing is it's a heart thing. It's a heart thing, okay? 1 Samuel 16:7 says, "For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart." Okay? Well, the heart reveals the true intentions. So we maybe will never utter a word of what we really want to do. But some of you have heard this before where it's like, if you actually knew this about me, you would know. That's a heart thing. That's like the stuff that's kept deep in the crevices of our heart that we try really, really hard to keep hidden. So there's a reason that the Lord's looking at it and man's not. Because we're so consumed with outward, with glitzy, with all of that. That's what we're consumed with. God's not. God's like, no, I'm looking at the real you that's inside your heart. So accountability helps us live in genuine truth because we're talking about how we're not an island, right? That we have each other. But here's the deal, that when we start to get close to people that we trust and we are being genuine with them, they start to see that stuff that's hidden in our heart. They start to. The Lord brings people in our lives. So how many times are people saying, you know, this is what I know about you. This is what I've observed about you. This is what I know to be true about you. You know what? That's people that have seen those hidden pieces, those hidden things, and they're bringing along to help you keep those things in check. So the thing that this is so crazy about is that this is so counter to what the world does, all right? So the world thrives on our misgivings, our failures, and our mistakes. I mean, all you have to do is turn on the news or look at social media, and there's always somebody's failure out there. Or somebody's lying, or they're not telling the truth, or whatever. And even for ourselves, we tend to sit and look at the blobby mess all the time, right? So it's really, really easy. This is really hard to be genuine, to be out there, to be authentic. But when you know you have accountability, you know that there's somebody or people, there's more than one person that has your back and will tell it to you truthfully, and you're in relationship with God, guess what? It doesn't feel so daunting, and it feels freeing to say, I'm struggling, but I know that you'll help me get back, okay? So the thing that I kind of want to talk about with this too is that the only way, honestly, the only way that you are truly ever going to grow is not coming to a Wednesday night group. It's not going to Sunday morning service. It's not singing a bunch of great Jesus songs. Those are all wonderful things, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But if you are never opening up the Word of God, if you are never, ever opening it, I can tell you right now, you're going to spiral. I can tell you that right now. I've lived it. So I'm telling you that if you are sitting there saying, oh, I have all these problems. I'm not saying the problems aren't real. They're real. But how you look at those problems and how you look at helping other people with those problems will totally change. Because the whole thing about accountability is it's supposed to be a judgment-free zone, okay? Galatians 6:2 tells us, bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. Again, we are made for each other. okay? It doesn't mean like, oh my gosh, my friend has this issue, so now this is my issue. No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean like, oh my gosh, I'm carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders because it's up to me, because I'm a Christ follower, I have to solve all these problems and I have to meet all these needs and I have to do, no, it doesn't mean that. It means that you sit with your friend, okay? You sit with your friend, you pray with your friend, okay? But this doesn't become yours. Now I want to hit pause for a second and kind of talk a little bit about talking to people and getting help and all of that. Because one thing that I have noticed about your generation is that you guys go to each other. You guys go to each other before you go to adults. Like you guys, which is fine, which is totally fine, and I get why, I 100% get why. But here's the problem with that. Here's the problem. You're going to somebody, maybe their problem doesn't look the same, but it's in the same boat, right? So there's nothing wrong with going to your friends to get help, but accountability would say, I love you enough that I'm going to go beyond this boat and I'm going to go get somebody that can help us. Because that's what accountability, that is being a friend to your best ability. You decided to be a friend for this person. Part of being that is saying, I love you too much to sit here and try to solve this because this isn't my burden to bear. Okay? This is not my issue, and I want to help you be your best. So guess what? Sometimes people have said, you know what? My friend's really having a hard time, you know? And then you tell an adult, and things happen, and then all of a sudden a friend will say, I trusted you. I didn't think you were going to go tell anybody, but I trusted you. Guess what? You did the right thing. That is accountability. Because you saw your job, you decided to take this on. This is the best of your ability. You are limited, all right? You are limited. So I just want to say that it's like it's okay for your friends it's okay for you guys to talk to each other, but please don't let that help sit right there. Because you guys are all amazing. There's no denying that. But there is strength and help beyond you, okay? So that was just my little plug. Because you know what? Even if they're upset right now and all of this, when the dust settles and the help is given and they're in a healthy spot, they'll say, you know what? That was really hard, but you were true. You were true. And I'm grateful for your help, okay? So that's just something to, be thinking about, because you know what? Everything that we do, we are accountable. So if you see a friend in need, right? It's not about, I'm the only one that can help this person. It's not about that. It's about, I'm an instrument. I'm a tool. I'm somebody that I knows I will be accountable, okay? So I have two sisters, and I've talked before about my one sister who is not making good decisions. And my one sister, she calls me the other day, and she said that's not making good decisions. And she calls and she's like, oh, I really need groceries. Can you give me some groceries? And in that moment, I could have easily said and been justified and said, heck no. You took all your money and you sold it on things that were not appropriate. Or, if you did this, this is your problem, you deal with it. I could have been like that, and I would have been justified by the world, right? Because, it's true, right? She's making poor decisions with her money, and that's why she has no food. But when you start to have the mindset of looking more like Jesus, it's like, you know what? It's not my job to worry about that. If I can help, I will. So I took her grocery shopping, got her some groceries. But I'm not going to lie to you, it was hard to not look at her and be like, what are you doing? What? I said it to her in a nice sisterly way, but not my normal Tamika self. But I did want her to know, like, this can't continue, but I was also keeping in the forefront of my head the whole time, I'm accountable for this because there was a need put before me, and how did I meet it? Okay? So, no one said it would be easy. All right, so some of you may have noticed on my shirt it says mama, but I want to take and relate mama and accountability together. Okay, follow me on this. So, okay, think about moms. Think about moms. Moms are always up in your business, right? They are always asking you tons of questions and probing. They are always like, where are you going? What are you doing? Who are you going to go with? What are you going to do? Okay, I'm that mom. I'm that mom. I don't know them. You're not hanging out with them. Okay, I'm that mom. I own it. Guilty as charged. They're also the ones that are, they're kind of annoying sometimes, right? They really are. They're kind of annoying. It's like, why can't you just let me fail? Why don't you just let me do this? And moms are like, no, I'm not going to let you do that. And so we constantly are trying to solve the problem, okay? Accountability is like that. Accountability is always asking the question of why. It's always probing. It's always like, well, who are you going to be with? What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? How long are you going to be gone? I mean, that's accountability, right? On the other side, think about your mom. You know that everything that your mom does, whether you agree with it or not, has your best interest in mind. That's accountability. Accountability is doing something to make your life better. It's doing something to the best of your ability. So think about that, but think about accountability and how accountability actually helps you live your best life for yourself and for others.
Okay, so we're going to dismiss into our small groups. Tonight, it'll be high school ladies once again down here with Allie and Lauren. High school guys with Tim and Brad up in the baby room. Middle school girls, so Ivy, you will be with Rachel over in the comfy chairs. And then middle school boys, you guys will be joining me in room 108. If you don't know where room 108 is, I will show you.